I'm doing 75 hard specifically for authors. So let's talk about it. What's up, you guys? My name is BJ. Welcome to my channel where I talk about restarting my life at the age of 32. So if you're thinking about starting over, afraid to start over, or you're currently in the process of starting over in your 30s, make sure that you subscribe and hit the like button and hit the bell so that you never miss a notification. That was clunky. I will get it as I go, I promise. So what is this all about, this 75 hard for authors? Well, something that I am looking to do right now is to rebuild my life over the course of the next 6 months. As I mentioned, I'm turning 32 in about a month, and that is a big number. And because I'm turning this really big number, I figure now is the time to really get my life in order. You see, for the last 10 years, I've been living in survival mode. I haven't really necessarily done the work or done what's necessary to make sure that I am thriving. I've kind of just continuously fallen upwards, and I'm really curious to see what happens if I lock in for the next 6 months and really pay attention to all of the books and the knowledge that I have up here from months and months of intaking. God, everything from how to grow your brand to how to influence people to all of that. Yeah, I'm one of those people. I have implemented absolutely none of it. So I figured over the next 6 months, why not actively try to implement everything that I've read about, watched, and learned, and really see where my life ends up. Now, this 6 months coincides right before I leave for a cruise in November, but it also coincides with the start of the holiday season. So I figure now is as good a time as any. Part of this rebuilding over the course of the next 6 months is that I am working on writing a novel. I have a few things that are in the pipeline. I'm going to be going back to school. Like I said, I'm turning 32. I'm writing a novel. I'm on this journey to become a full-time content creator. I'm launching a podcast with my husband. I'm launching a podcast of my own. So I have a million and one projects that I'm working on all over the course of 7 days a week, trying to get them all launched and trying to get them all going. But the one that always seems to get the least amount of love is my novel. My notebook is in my other room, but I have a notebook full of ideas, world building, settings, and characters for this novel that's been on my heart for over a year now. And I have decided that this year I am actually going to take the leap and just freaking go for it because, like, what do I have to lose, right? So what is 75 hard? If you're not familiar with the concept, it's by Andrew Frizzell, I think his name is. And it's essentially this like mental toughness challenge that requires you to like exercise twice a day, take progress photos, follow a diet. And while I'm not doing that version of it, I am doing a version that's closer to Kate Bookdate's version. So I will link her channel in the description and put a little screenshot of her channel here because she is where I got this idea. But I think she got this idea from someone else. So sharing is caring. Let's spread the love. So what exactly is 75 hard for authors? So over the next 75 days, I am going to really lock in and work on this novel as much as I can. And there are 5 main things that I'm going to be doing every day over the next 75 days. Now, I am my own biggest critic, and I am so hard on myself in so many ways. So something that 75 hard does is if you don't follow through or if you don't do everything that you're supposed to do during that 75 days, you have to start all over. I'm not doing that to myself because number one, I will start over a million times because I'm never satisfied. But also, this is not to test my mental toughness. This is not to try to push myself beyond my limits, which I know is what 75 hard is supposed to do. This is literally just to get me working on a project that's been on my heart and on my mind for the last year and to get it published, hopefully at some point. Now, I do have to mention it won't just be this novel that I'm working on. I also have another novel that I am working on simultaneously. This one is a smaller one. It's a cozy mystery. This one has also, I've started on it a little during NaNoWriMo last month. Rest in peace. So I will also be working on that one because I do hope to get this cozy mystery self-published by the fall because it would be perfect for that, right? So what does my 75 hard challenge look like? Let's go over the 5 things that I'll be doing over the next 75 days. So number 1, a lot of people are doing 2,000 words per day. I'm going to take it easy on myself and I'm going to make my goal 1,000 words per day. If I go over that, great. If I don't, great. The goal was only 1,000 words anyway. So that is the goal that I have currently, because the novel that I'm working on is a sci-fi. If I write 1,000 words every day just of that, I will have 75,000 words, which I think is pretty good for a sci-fi novel. Knowing me, I will probably likely write more than that on a regular basis, but I wanted to give myself a lower baseline so that I don't feel overwhelmed trying to write more, especially when I'm lost. This is my first novel. So if I get into like, I'm lost or I don't necessarily know where I want the story to go next, like I said, I am so hard on myself. So as long as I can hit as close to 1,000 as possible, I am going to give myself a cookie. Not a physical cookie, maybe a physical cookie. We'll see. The next one is I'm going to read 10 pages per day. This is part of regular 75 hard as well. But with 75 hard, it is a nonfiction or like self-help book. I am just going to read 10 pages of any book that I want to read. I have 45 books here that I have not read yet, and that doesn't include the bookshelf in my bedroom or in my living room. So I've got a lot of things to choose from. I will likely, of course, with this one as well, read more than 10 pages, but the goal is 10. So on those days that I don't feel like reading, I feel like as long as I can get my 10 pages in, I'm probably going to end up reading beyond that. And it's just to make sure that I'm refilling my creative well, making sure that I can kind of see how other people are writing their stories, getting some ideas. I think, I'm not one of those people that's like, I'm a writer, so I don't read. I think that's foolish. Sorry. So yeah, it's just to refill my own creative well and make sure that I am intaking as much content as possible. Number 3 is 45 minutes of movement per day. This is also something part of 75 hard, except it's twice a day and then one is outside, one is inside. I'm just prioritizing 45 minutes of movement per day, period. Specifically because as a writer, you will sit at your desk all day, but also I have a 9-to-5 desk job. So I am constantly sitting, constantly. I have cheated a little bit because for the last 2 weeks, I've been going to the gym pretty much daily. So I've started this before the 75 challenge. I won't be starting from scratch, but I will be going to the gym or prioritizing some sort of movement for 45 minutes per day. Even if that's like putting on my headphones and walking on the treadmill and working through some story beats, I feel like that is more than acceptable. So 45 minutes of movement per day. The next thing I'm prioritizing is 5 minutes of meditation per day. Same thing. It's so easy to get caught up in the hustle and bustle and craziness of the world around you. It's so easy to get caught up in the story and to get caught up in what you're doing and forget to just breathe for a second. I'm a little high strung in case you haven't noticed. So for me, meditation is going to be really important just to kind of ground me and bring me back to reality. But it's also going to be really important just to get that quiet time. I feel like I don't prioritize quiet time enough. I'm always go, 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 go. Like I just told you, I have 6 different projects I'm working on at the same time. So 5 minutes of meditation. Again, if I need to work through a story beat, that 5 minutes of quiet is going to be perfect for that. And then the last thing I'm prioritizing is journaling daily. Now, I don't journal the way a lot of people journal. So I have mine here. It's a Stalogy A5, I believe. I love it. It is a grid journal, my absolute favorite. And when I say journal, I don't mean write about all the things that are ailing me or the things that are stressing me out or the things that I am upset about. What I am talking about is writing what I want my life to look like going forward. So if I decide that I want to go back to acting classes because I want to be cast in a movie on Tubi, for instance, then I will write about that, what that looks like. I will meditate on it and I will visualize it and then I'll write it out. I feel like this is going to help writing the novel, but it's really just going to help me visualize where I want my life to be while I'm rebuilding over this next 6 months. And the first challenge I'm taking on in this 6 months is this 75 hard for authors. And I said I was only doing 5 things to prioritize, but it's technically 6. So there's one more thing that I am doing, and that is I am prioritizing documenting my journey and posting it online. So whether that's a mini vlog on Instagram or a full vlog here on YouTube, making sure that I actually vlog it, edit it, and get it online multiple times a week, not only so that people can follow my journey and so that I can embark on this content creation journey that I'm on, but it also ensures that I stay motivated and that I am keeping myself accountable, because I have people that are waiting for my next upload. I have people that are waiting to see what I'm going to do and what I'm talking about. So I'm excited about this. I know that we're supposed to pick a niche. I know that we're supposed to pick one thing in particular. I'm sorry, I can't. That's just not me. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Peace.